Alright guys, good job. I put injectors in this thing. I'm going to try to do this as quick as I possibly can. Going through the camera here. I'll talk as I go. First things, disconnect your batteries, both of them. Make sure your terminal ends can't bounce back up close to your terminal. Don't want to remove your dipstick. And I loosen up my. We're not even going to be in here, are we? Not quite. There we go. Just loosen this a little bit. That way I can remove my air heater here. Get a place to put these screws. Dipstick kind of flops out of the way, and then this should be able to spin it right out of here. I actually just spin it back out of the way so I can get to it. A little lift right out here. Actually, what we want to do now is lift our grid heater off. I've got some zip ties I've got to cut off this. Pretty lime green zip ties. And you want to get a clean rag to put down in your hole here so you don't accidentally drop anything in it. Reheat swings out of the way. Most of this stuff just swings out. I'm going to knock y'all off. I knew I was going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to have to remove this just so we can get camera view too. Not hard. Just loosen it a little more. So this will pull right out. You'll want to cover this also. And of course I had clean stuff to do this with and made it dirty. But you'll want to get something, stuff down in there that's clean. I like using something large, as you can see. Okay. That part I took off was 10 millimeter. Your hose is 7/16. Then you're going to want to take off your. Too tight. Use a ratchet. I'm going to take off the pedal position sensor and throttle cable. It's 13 millimeter, half-inch. I had a problem. This truck's had a run like a top when it was cold. You get it warmed up like 20 miles, and you get a little bit of a ignition, like an ignition miss on a car, like a fouled plug. Flip this over, and you can unplug the pedal position sensor. You can flip this a little bit further up out of the way. You don't have to disconnect the cable, just hoist it out of your way. That's all you're trying to do. And disconnect your. Let's see if we can even see this. Let me see if we can get my. Okay, now we want to take the harness off of the pump. There's a little bracket that holds it here. Start them like that, and as you pull them out, it pulls it unplugged. That at the same time you're pulling out on it like that. That's a catch grab type plug. Okay, that's to get the stuff out of the way so you can get to the lines. I'm going to remove all the lines. Try to make it as quick as I possibly can. Okay, on a 3/4 inch. And all you have to do is just crack them loose. See what I'm doing down there? Yes, I think we can see. Okay, just making sure. And they spin right off real easy. Yeah, so you need to remove the pump inlet line. I do have a bucket down there on the ground. Make sure you don't lose your washer. Yep, she's pouring down there. Not a whole lot. That's why you usually always have to re-prime the pumps. This one has, okay, now we should be able to get to the second line down. And crack it loose. Spin it off. Like I said, sometimes you leave the line a little bit. Gives you easier spin. There we go. Dropped my wrench. Then you can get to the third one by pulling the lines out a little bit first. 10mm. And you have to loosen the two brackets that hold the front lines. There's 4 of these screws. Two of them are further back. I gotta get with a ratchet, but you can still get the front lines off with that loose. Gives you just a little bit more flexibility room, not by much. Just enough to where you can get your wrench in between the line and the pump to get on the next one down. And then you crack that one loose. And you have to do the same thing with the top lines also. I call them the top lines, they're more on the top there. And once I get them cracked free, I can spin it off. This pump, I can hear it emptying. Where the line is or something. There. Okay, then we can get 1, 4, and 2 of the line. Crack them loose. And 4. Which I usually do the ones I can reach to when I'm bleeding the system too. I usually just bleed a couple of them. These will spin out with your fingers. Once you're all gummed up, caked up, it's trashed up. A little better. These are the ones I was just talking about. They're 3/4. 1, 2. Usually, you have to wiggle the lines and use a wrench to get these out, but I just had these injectors out and went through them and put new seals on them and took them apart, checked them, and they were actually in pretty good shape. The tubes that went down to them that I'm pulling through right now, these not the lines, but the tubes that go from these lines to the injector itself. I'll show you once I get these off. The tubes seem to be clogged. When I blasted back through them, it's like a little tri-hold thing. I think I got that one. There we go. Then you should be able to remove this set of lines. Yeah, sorry, got the one up front. There's actually another one right there. See, they come out in one piece like this, and they go back on in one piece. And be careful what you do with them. Blow them out real good, blow them off real good before you put them back on. And a clean spot. Okay, now we'll take off the valve cover. And it is a 15 millimeter. It's not an easy one to get to in the back, but you can get the front three. And back two there. Let's get with a ratchet. I'll cut one ratchet. And the other one's way in the back, up underneath. And you pull up and leave the back one in. You'll see it when I pull it forward. There's a hose right here, heater hose. Got to weasel it over the heater hose, bend the heater hose out of the way, and your last bolt. I'll catch you on everything. Well, that's it. So you just bend it out of the way, pull it over to the passenger side, and pull it forward, and it comes off. Okay. So I put the valve cover in a clean spot. All right, yeah, let's show you how you pull the nozzles out. Use a flathead screwdriver. There's the nozzle or the tube. You want to catch it on the threads with the flathead. You don't want to pry the threads or scrape them, and it pulls out nice and easily. You don't need no extra special tools or anything, and that's that. I don't know if y'all can see that. There's a little three-way. There, you can see it. When I sprayed back through them last time, you could tell it'd be squirting one, and then two, and then you get it blasted. All three of them would spray. And that's from me spraying it backwards. I've already replaced the seals on them. They look fine. And this was all done, and I haven't driven it but 20 miles. Just enough to find out if it was had a little skip again. And after about 20 miles, it came back. Those tubes have to be in an extra special clean spot over there next to the injectors. Okay, now we're going to move over to the other side. I'm going to show you how to remove the injector. Alright guys, show you how to extract the injector out. Fairly simple. After you pull your tube out there, it's a 5/16, 8 millimeter, and these have to be torqued with an inch-pound torque wrench when you put them back in. Take out the front screw and the plate, and the plate slides out from underneath this back screw. Real simple. Put it in a clean spot. And then grab one of your short screws from the air horn, and it will screw right into the top of your injector. And it's just the right length. You only got to screw it in a few threads. Sometimes you can pull them out with your hand, not all the time. Just grab you. Oh, here it is. Right there. Grab you a flathead screwdriver. I just use a rocker and literally just slowly pull it right up. You don't need no fancy tools to pull these out. They come out, and as you notice, the nozzle hole will be facing towards the nozzle. Like I said, always remove the nozzle first. Okay. Lubricate your new injector. Lubrication around it. Yeah, see, make sure your hole is pointing towards your injector line. Probably gonna nasty up my lens on camera. Try to block it from. Just blow it out. Don't want no trash. Look down in there, make sure you don't see anything. Wipe a little bit of oil around the hole there. You already lubricated the injector, but also sometimes these washers like to slide off. It helps if you just take a little dab of Vaseline, put in between the washer and injector. Make sure your nozzle is pointed towards your injector line. Kind of line it up with the bolt. Injectors don't like to go back in easy. Sometimes you can push them in with your fingers, but not all the time. You actually have to use the plate and lots of thumb pressure. You can weasel the plate down here underneath the other bolt just enough where you can push down on the injector. And they got new seals. Sometimes they don't like to cooperate real good. But when it goes in, it pops right in place, like so. Put your screw in. You'll want to seat this injector. You just want to tighten it just a little bit, just to snug it. Just where that washer seat's in the bottom, the injector lines up with the slot on the plate, and then just loosen it. Just where it's finger tight. Lubricate your seal on your tube. And the reason why you loosen that injector is so this nozzle tip will go into the injector just right. And then you put it in the hole and push it where you hear it seat. And you won't tighten that. That'll be one of your last steps. You gotta have your injector lines on first. Snug them down just a little bit, then tighten this to the specific torques, and then come back and tighten these to the specific torques. And that's all there is to installing the injectors. Alright guys, I hope that'll help somebody. My battery's about to go dead. Alright, y'all have a good day. Thanks for watching.